Okay, so now that I'm recording, Hannah Burkhauser is a 5-star diamond and number 70 in the company. 4-star. Okay, sorry. 4-star diamond premier coach, right? And number 70 overall in the company right now. She's under Bonnie Engel, so she's in our broader team in the sense of the word. So she's going to be talking to you guys tonight about Success Club. She is a rock star. She had Success Club like 9 jillion every month, and recruiting, and just keep teaching you guys all the awesomeness that she knows. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to you, Hannah.
Hey y'all, so it's really my honor to be on this call tonight. When I first started doing my team calls, so I've only been a coach for about, I don't know, like 18 months. And I always like to say when I do these team calls, when I first started my team calls, no one showed up. The second week I did it, no one showed up. And the third week I did it, no one showed up. And finally, the fourth week I did it, I had like 2 people on the call. So now I have bigger calls, but honestly, it started out very small. Everything I'm going to tell you tonight isn't like I'm here and you are here. We are all at the same level. We're all peers. I'm not a boss, and you guys are, we are all at kind of the same level. It just happens to be that I hope I'm not breaking up. It says my internet is unstable, but I think I'm okay. We're all at the same level. We can all achieve the same thing. So going into it, I always like to say on every team call that I do, I'm going to talk about stuff that works for me. Doesn't mean it'll necessarily work for you. My word is not gospel. I don't know everything, though I like to speak like I do know everything. I don't know everything. So if you disagree with something or something doesn't work for you, that's okay. The important thing about these team calls is showing up. That means that you care about your business, that you want to move it forward. And that's pretty legit. So congratulations on caring about your business. So tonight I'm going to talk about Success Club. I'd like to know before I get started though, who on this call has hit Success Club? Can you raise your hand if you have? All right, Jordan, well done. Yeah. Is anybody on the board? Is anyone at Success Club too? Sweet. All right.
Yeah, we have I think 3 or 4 people in here on at Success Club too. All right.
That's awesome. That's so amazing. So I'm at Success Club 12, and most of those coaches most of the challenge pack points are from coaches. It's not just from selling challenge packs. So why I say that is the talk that I'm going to give tonight, it's also about recruiting, because I don't see them as 2 different things. I don't see it as hitting Success Club or building your team. I see it as the same exact thing. So I'm going to talk a lot. I'm going to try to keep it short because I know it's late there on in the Northeast, but let me know let me see if I can share my screen. All right. Okay. Oh. What am I doing? Okay. Can everybody see this? I can't see you, so someone's gonna have to say yes.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, good. All right. So this presentation of Success Club is what I like to call the power of I can. There is nothing that drives me more crazy than when a coach will come to me at the beginning of the month and say, I can't hit Success Club for A, B, and C reason. First of all, just like working out, just like positive affirmations, just like drinking your Shakeology every day, y'all have to get used to saying, I can do anything. I can hit Success Club. I can build a team. And it might sound in the beginning like a bunch of bullshit. And I get it. When I first started as a coach, I was like, there's no way I can build to 15 star. There's no way I can make a certain amount of money a week. But I had to keep telling myself I can, because your biggest enemy in this business is you. And really what has to happen is you have to become your biggest supporter. So while you can be your biggest enemy, and you really can, guys, you can get in your own head and destroy all of your dreams, you can also be the best thing that has ever happened to your business. You have to become your biggest asset. Everything about you, that's what is going to make you successful. You already have all the tools you need, and it's you, which is a really exciting place to be, all right? And I like to tagline this with, There is no Santa Claus. So let's get into that. Stop waiting. So this is the first thing. Number one, there is no magic. There is nothing that I'm going to say tonight that is going to blow your mind in terms of there's nothing that I'm going to say that is going to be really any different probably than what you've heard before. Nothing that you're going to hear from a top coach is going to be anything that you haven't heard before. Guys, it's the 3 vital behaviors. That's it. There isn't some magic app that we're using where we like enter in a lot of information and boop, there you go, Success Club 20. No, we do the same work that you should be doing over and over consistently every single day. That is the only thing we do. There is no magic. So stop waiting for that perfect YouTube video or that perfect application, that perfect program. Whatever you're waiting for, stop waiting for it. It's not going to happen. You already have it. That's the good news. You already have all the tools you need to hit Success Club. You already have it. So stop waiting. Number 2, there is no right time next month or as soon as my second biggest pet peeve is it will be 3 days before the end of the month. And I'll have a coach say, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna wait until next month. There is no next month. All right. You have to push the last second of the last minute of the last hour of the last day of the month. Until that month is over, don't you dare throw in the towel. Don't you dare throw in the towel. Do not wait until next month. Don't say that, when I'm done with my tests, when I'm, have a little more money, when my kid is back in school. No, there is just today. Do the work today. Don't make excuses about it, guys. This is the month. This is the time. If you go to bed at night and you haven't done your 3 vital behaviors, get your ass out of bed and go do it. And I'm telling you that not because I don't love you, not because I don't understand. We all have busy schedules. But guys, you have to treat this like a business. If you go to bed and you know that you've done the 3 vital behaviors, go to bed. Take off. It's cool. But unless you've done that, push, 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 push. All right? Number 3, you are more than enough. Ditch your limiting beliefs. All right. So a lot of times I'll have coaches and we'll talk about at the beginning of the month, like, what's your goal? And I'll have a coach say, I want to hit Success Club 5. And this is a coach who has hit Success Club 15 in the past. And I'm like, wait. You've hit Success Club 15 and your goal is Success Club 5? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You cannot make a goal that you've already hit. That's not a goal. That's a non-negotiable. If you've already hit a number, you have to hit that every month. Set the bar higher, guys. Expect more from yourself. Because here's the way your mind works. If you tell yourself, I'm going to hit Success Club 5 this month, then you are going to drag your feet for 3.5 weeks. I'm telling you right now, you're going to drag your feet. If you set the bar at Success Club 10, you're going to hustle. If you set the bar at Success Club 20, you're going to hustle twice as much. And it's not about not being happy with what you hit. My Success Club goal every month is Success Club 30. I've never hit that. I've gotten Success Club 28 though. So I'm not setting the bar at Success Club 5. I'm setting the bar at Success Club 30. Because I know at the end of the month, even if I didn't hit that goal, I pushed like hell for it. And I'm proud of myself for that. Guys, failure isn't not hitting a goal. Failure is not trying. Failure is not expecting more from yourself. Failure is setting the bar so low that you can just tiptoe over it. Don't do that to yourself. How are you going to run $1 million business if you're just expecting, what, $30, $60, $90, $100 in commission every month? Absolutely not. Set the bar higher. Expect more from yourself, okay? Do the work. This is so important, guys. Do the work. Number 1, be the CEO. And what I mean by being the CEO is I have a lot of coaches who have been coaches for a year, and they'll still ask me questions that they can find through Google, through the FAQ. If you have a question, the first thing you should ask yourself is this a question I can answer for myself? And by that, I mean, can you Google how much is the size challenge pack February Beachbody and come up with the same answer as asking Jordan? If you can ask Jordan a question, but you can answer that question before asking Jordan, answer the question for yourself. And the reason why this is so important, guys, is often we get into this cycle where we think of our coach as the boss. Jordan is not your boss. She doesn't pay you a salary. Do not treat her like your boss. You are the boss. You are the CEO. If you don't have a team page and you have coaches, you got to make one. If you are constantly putting your new prospects in someone else's like coach sneak peek, make your own. It will be bad at first. You will have bad trainings. You will have times where you don't know the answer. You will have horrible experiences where you run a sneak peek and nobody joins. But I'm telling you right now, the faster you learn how to be a CEO, the faster your business will grow. It was really easy for me to just put all of my coaches and all of my new challengers and stuff in Bonnie's groups. But I slowly started to realize that they started to ask Bonnie questions. They started to go to Bonnie because they thought of her as their coach, not me. So I didn't really have that connection with them. But the minute that I made my own team page, the minute that I did my own trainings, the minute that I really tried to be the CEO, I owned that, my business took off. I went from being a diamond to almost a 3-star diamond in a month. And that was because I decided to become the CEO of Revolution Dynasty. I took that for myself. Don't be afraid. You will fail and it's okay. You don't have to be perfect at first, but you do have to be the CEO. All right. Number 2, invites. What does that really mean? All right. We all know that invite is one of the vital behaviors. But when I ask people about their invites, it can kind of get a little sketchy. When I say invite, I mean you are specifically inviting someone to either the coaching opportunity or a challenge group, or hopefully both. You're not just saying, hey girl, love your dog, so good to talk to you. That's not an invite, guys. Liking someone's picture on their timeline, that's not an invite, guys. Adding someone to your network, that's not an invite, okay? I know that inviting is scary. I know that it's hard, and I know that inviting 2 to 5 people a day seems really daunting. Once you get used to doing it, boom, 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 you can knock it out in 15 minutes. I promise you. The thing that is holding you back is in your mind. It's you. It's fear. Get over it. If you are asking yourself, if you're going to Jordan and saying, I don't know why my business isn't working, are you really inviting? Are you really inviting? Are you saying point blank, hey, Susie, I know we haven't talked in a long time, but I see you running all the time. I see you posting about your protein powder. And I was just wondering, I'm a Beachbody coach. Have you ever thought about doing online health and fitness coaching? ? That's an invite. Okay. Or, hey, Susie, I saw that you just had a baby. That's awesome. And I saw your post about how you're feeling kind of crappy in your own body. I just want you to know that I run these 30-day online accountability groups for women, and we all get together. We support each other. We use these awesome programs at home. And there's a program on sale that I really think that you would like. Do you have any interest in hearing about it? That's an invite. Saying, hey, Susie, saw your pictures of your baby. So cute. That's not an invite, guys. Don't cheat. You're only cheating yourself. You're only cheating your business. Do the invite. Yes, it will be scary at first. Yes, you will make mistakes. Yes, some of them will sound really terrible. It's okay. It's okay. Try. Just risk. You'll get better, I promise. Okay? Number 3, never sell a challenge pack. Always sign a coach. All right. So this is advice that I learned from a mutual coach of ours named Nikki Goss, and she's brilliant. And she built her coaching account from nothing, from coach to 6-star diamond in 8 months. And the way that she did that was the way that she invites, and the way that she taught her or trained her coaches to invite is always sign coaches, never just sell a challenge pack. And what I mean by that is, when you just sell a challenge pack to someone, you are assuming that they are one and done. You are assuming that they're going to like Shakeology, but it's going to be too expensive and they'll cancel. No. You have to go into these invites knowing that Shakeology changes people's lives. That Shakeology plus a program, that's really what's going to get people results. It's not just the program, right? It's not just the challenge group. It's not just Shakeology. It's all 3 together. And you want to expect people to continue Shakeology. And if you expect people to continue Shakeology, then you should set them up for the discount right away. So when you're about to sell a challenge pack and Susie's on board, she's getting size and Shakeology. Say, hey, Susie, let's go ahead and sign you up as a coach. It sets you up for the 25% discount. I know you're going to love Shakeology. If you don't Halfway through the challenge group, you know you don't want it anymore. Don't worry, you can cancel it along with your Shakeology for no additional cost, no penalty. There is no penalty for people signing up as a coach right away. So you should absolutely sign people up as a coach right away. It benefits them in the long run, and it benefits you, right? So not only have you sold a challenge pack, you've also gained a coach. Okay? Super important. Don't treat people like a one and done. You want them to continue Shakeology, okay? So never sell a challenge pack. Go into it always planning to sign a coach, okay? Number 4, get to Emerald. Trust your business. If you're not an Emerald and you're on this call and you're one coach away or you haven't signed your spouse, you're a crazy person. You're crazy. Guys, the first coach I signed was my husband. I put him on my weak leg. I make a steady $200 a week just from having Kyle on my left leg. Can you imagine what in your life, 246 with $800 extra a month? That's almost rent for me. Just from Kyle not doing anything. He doesn't coach. He doesn't do anything. He's a Ruby coach and he makes $200 for me a week. Don't cheat yourself out of this business. The reason why you haven't signed your spouse is because 1, you don't trust your business. You don't think that this business is going to move forward and you're scared of investing the money. Stop being scared of investing the money. I get it. I was there when I started this business. I had $40 in my checking account. But I knew that this business was going to give me financial freedom. I knew that it was right for me. And I invested all of my trust in it. I signed up Kyle in that one space in my weak leg. And I'm fully expecting on capping him out at $1,000 a week. Can you imagine what that would change your life as? Don't put it off. Sign up your spouse immediately, or sign up your mom, or sign up whoever. Do it. Get to Emerald. You cannot build this business without getting to Emerald first, okay? Emerald, Ruby, Diamond, but get to Emerald first. You have to. Okay, number 4. Whenever I go in, sorry, my cat, stop. Whenever I go into the month, I never think to myself, I have to hit Success Club 30. Who out there is going to solve my problem, right? When we think about Success Club and we have these goals for Success Club, it can get really daunting. It can get really scary. It can get really overwhelming. And the reason why it does is because it's all about us. We think that we have a problem. So our problem is we have to get to Success Club, right? I have to get to Success Club 6. I have to get to Success Club 6. Oh God, who else in this Facebook world is going to buy a friggin' challenge back? So what? Guys, if you go into the month thinking, who can solve my problem, you're going to come off salesy. You're going to feel weird. You're going to feel pushy. You're going to feel all of these terrible things that none of us want to feel. I never feel like that. I never feel salesy or pushy or like a jerk or like I'm selling something. Oh my God. Get off. Because I go into my Facebook and go into the month thinking, whose problem can I solve? Who can't lose weight no matter what they try? Who is working a job that they hate and they're willing to do anything to get out of it? Who has never felt good in a picture that they've ever taken? Who lacks a community of women that could really support them? And I find those people and I say to them, hey, guess what? I have a solution to your problem. So I don't feel bad saying like, hey, Susie, I know I checked in with you last month, but you said to me that you have tried everything and that if you could just lose 10 pounds, you could go into your honeymoon feeling the way that you've always wanted to feel. I want to help you get there. Don't ghost on me. I never feel pushy because I know I'm solving someone's problem. Okay? So go into it thinking, how can I solve this person's problem? And you won't come off as any of those things that I know that all of you are really afraid that you're going to feel like, okay? Okay, next. Make yourself known. All right, number 1, Beachbody is not a 4-letter word. I cannot tell you. I wish I had started this from the very beginning. I know that we're all programmed to think that, oh God, I don't want to tell anyone I'm a Beachbody coach right away. I don't want to put the word Beachbody on my wall because then people are going to unfriend me. Guess what, guys? You're Beachbody coaches, all right? You are Beachbody coaches. Don't be ashamed of it. Beachbody is an amazing company. We have products that work. Shakeology is delicious. The programs are amazing. The community is unreal. The money is ridiculous, right? This opportunity is priceless. Don't be afraid of Beachbody. Beachbody is an incredible thing. All right. So now I'm not telling you to go on your Facebook wall and post Chalene Johnson pictures and post Shaun T pictures and post you like posing next to a Shakeology bag. I'm asking you to find what about Beachbody is you and what about you is Beachbody. This is the greatest thing about this business. I'm an actor also in another life, and acting is really frustrating because it feels so competitive, right? You're all gunning for the same role. So I grew up in this very competitive environment and it ate me alive. But with Beachbody, we're not in competition with each other because there is absolutely no way I can be you. Just like I said at the beginning, you are your greatest asset. Don't try to be like Bonnie. Don't try to be like Jordan. Don't try to be like me. Don't try to be like any other Beachbody coach. You are doing yourself a disservice. The people that are going to come to you, be part of your tribe, buy your challenge pack, be on your team, they're attracted to you, the wonderful, amazing masterpiece that is you. If you are struggling in this business, I guarantee it's because you are trying to be someone you're not. Just be you. I have a lot of coaches who are like super nerds and they're like into Comic-Con and a lot of their stuff has to do with like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. I'm not like that, but they have found absolutely amazing tribes of women and men who want to get fit, who want to look good in those costumes. They've created entire tribes of people like that. They are them. That is their Beachbody. So what is your Beachbody? What connects you to Beachbody? Is it the community? Is it the fitness? Is it Shakeology? What is it? What is it about Beachbody that you really connect with? Be that kind of Beachbody coach. And when you go into an invite, don't be afraid to say, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach. Beachbody is awesome because of X, Y, and Z. I love it. It lets me be me, right? Don't like pull that bullshit where you're like, I'm a health and fitness coach. No, just be a Beachbody coach. Beachbody is awesome. And the more comfortable you are in saying, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, the easier it's going to be for you to recruit. I promise you. Okay. Number 2, you're more than the Beachbody brand. We kind of talked about that. You're more than Shaun T. You're more than Chalene Johnson, right? Those people are amazing and great, but they're not you. So what about you connects you to Beachbody, okay? Number 3, if you're afraid to tell people that you're a coach, you will never grow your business, so start telling people in real life. All right, the greatest gift that I had in this business was I actually started to be in this thing, this mastermind group, and we meet every Friday, and it's 5 other people who are entrepreneurs, but they're not coaches. And why this was so important is I didn't realize until I started doing this mastermind call that I didn't tell people not on Facebook that I was a Beachbody coach. I would tell people like I was an actress, but I would never say to people that I met that I was a Beachbody coach. I was afraid. I was embarrassed. I didn't want them to know. And I knew that I had to come to terms with that. And really, honestly, guys, it comes down to just saying it over and over. And I realized when I told these people like, oh, I'm actually a Beachbody coach, they were like, oh, cool, Beachbody, that's P90X, and oh, you're in network marketing. People who are in business, they don't look down on network marketing, right? And in fact, network marketing has been around forever, and it's actually not a bad thing. It's not a scary thing. So practice telling people in real life that you are a Beachbody coach. My business online changed when I found the strength to tell people in real life that I was a coach. And in fact, I started recruiting people. My dentist was in my challenge group. My massage therapist was in my challenge group. A couple of other people that I just randomly met were in my challenge group because I got comfortable saying like 3 out of the 5 people in my mastermind group are in my challenge group. So guys, get used to saying you're a Beachbody coach. It's a wonderful thing. Be proud of it. Okay. How can this business support you? All right. Number 1, you're the CEO, but your coaches and challengers do not work for you. So don't treat them like employees. All right. So what does this have to do with Success Club? It has to do with Success Club because in the same way that the other thing about looking to how you solve people's problems, right? It's the same thing with your coaches or with your challengers. If you start treating your coaches as people that need to do certain things so that you can rank advance, or you start treating your challengers like people that have to want to coach so that you can rank advance, you're never going to go anywhere in this business. Okay. You are working your business to help other people, not so that you can advance. Okay. That's a natural byproduct of giving your clients and your coaches the best service that you can. Stop thinking about yourself. It's not about you. All right. Number 2, if one of your challengers was struggling with your problem, what would they need to hear? Do that. Okay. So a lot of times, I'll have coaches who will say, I want to post, but I'm kind of in a funk. I'm struggling. Things are hard. Things are busy. I don't really look good today. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to post about because I'm in this. Blah, blah, blah. Guys, when you're feeling shitty, that's the perfect time to post. You need to be, like I said, you are your greatest asset. You need to be the coach in your own life. So if a challenger came to you and they said, I'm struggling. I don't have the time. I can't get myself out of this funk. What would you say to them? What would you say to them? Say that to yourself and post about that. I have tons of videos. So last year when I was pushing for Elite and I didn't hit it, it was devastating. Devastating. I was really, really sad. I had the 5 coaches, but 4 were on one leg and 1 was on the other. Now I could have taken that and not posted for 7 days until I got over it. But instead, knowing that that would stop and halt my business, and I didn't want that, knowing that, I decided to do a series of videos about cheering myself up, about like, hey, I'm struggling, but you know what? Pull yourself out of it. Think of the good things. And I did this series of videos, and I got more appreciation, likes, posts, messages about those videos than I ever did when I posted videos when I was like in a great mood, because people connect to that, right? And you want people to see that this is about progress, not about perfection. So don't wait until you're in the right mood to post, looking your best to post. Just post. Post what would attract you to you. Post what you need to hear, okay? And that's going to help you hit Success Club, because we're not just thinking about Success Club like hit it this month. We're thinking about it for the long term, right? So you want to attract these people. You want to build this market, and you'll do that by having integrity and being your real self on your Facebook page, okay? Right, so that's the same thing. People don't relate to perfection, they relate to progress, but turn your mess into a message. All right, so what do I mean by that? So like I said, when I was struggling, I did that series of videos about how to pull myself out. I didn't just do, your Facebook page isn't a live journal, right? So I didn't just do a post about like, I'm sad, life sucks, bleh, Don't do those posts. You want to turn your mess into a message. How can you learn from this? How can you grow from this? How are you supporting yourself? How are you helping other people with what you're going through? All right? So think about that when you post. You don't want to just like vomit all over your page, but you can speak from a place of integrity and be the coach for yourself. All right, number 4, this is a marathon, not a sprint. I tell my coaches this all the time. They hate it. We're not inviting, when you invite, you're not inviting this month to hit Success Club. You're doing your invites this month to hit Success Club 3 months from now. Now, I know that's not what you want to hear, but listen to me. You actually want to get no's. When I get no's, I get really excited. And the reason why I get really excited is that means that in June, I'm going to hit Success Club from all the people who said no this month. Now, just think about it. If you reached out to 50 people this month and they all said yes, hooray for you. You've just hit Success Club 100. But next month, you might hit Success Club 0, right? You don't necessarily want 50 yeses. You want some people that are like, oh, not now, but thanks for asking me. You want to put them in that funnel and you want to talk to them later. Do not take no's personally. People are ready when they're ready. Keep on them. Follow up with them. Be the bigger person. Understand that not everybody has the money right away. I didn't. I had to wait 4 months. I ghosted on Bonnie for 4 months before I joined. Okay? So don't give up on your ghosts. Don't give up on the people who said no. It might not be their time, but it's up to you to keep inviting. So when you get a no, do a happy dance. That's exciting. That means you're going to hit Success Club in July. Good for you. Okay. I think that might be it. All right, so I know that was sort of like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And I want to open it up to questions if you have them specific things that you're working on, or clarification, that's fine too. Anybody?
Okay, so for me, I would think the hardest thing is I don't want people to feel like, this might sound crazy, that I'm targeting them because they're overweight and I think they need to lose weight or something. You know, I don't want them to like misinterpret what I'm saying. And I know I need to work on my delivery for sure because I've touched base with people, but I've had a really hard time being like, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, you know, are you interested, kind of thing.
I totally hear that. Number one, you have no control over how people feel or think or take your messages. So I would say most people won't think that you're targeting them, but on the off chance that they do, anyone might think that. Like I might think that and I'm not overweight. You know what I mean? Some people are going to take that some way and some way. But the other thing that I would say is whenever I tell people about my challenges, I always mention that it's not just about weight loss. And that's really important to me because when I first started as a coach, actually weight loss really doesn't interest me that much. I don't do a lot of like lose 10 pounds in 21 days, like that kind of stuff, because weight is it's so fluctuating and so silly anyway. Like I don't think of it as like my major draw. So I talk about the community. I talk about the friendships that they'll make. I'll talk about leading a healthy lifestyle. So I talk a lot about female empowerment. I do my challenge groups for women. I don't invite to men. I just don't. So they're not in my market, and we journal a lot in my groups. I've never really found a man who liked to do that. So, so I would say, like, if you don't want them to feel that, don't go in with the idea that it's just about weight loss, right? Talk to them about all the other awesome things about your challenge group, and don't be afraid to say like, hey, I have this awesome group. It's full of kick-ass women. We support each other with our fitness goals, but hey, it's not all about weight loss. It's also about X, Y, and Z. You know, would you be interested?
Cool. Awesome.
But I would also say don't overthink it. Just do it.
I'm a really bad overthinker. And I've been like, you know, messaging all these people from my past, touching base, but I have yet to like actually bring up anything because I don't want them to feel like a sale. And I don't feel like I come off like a sale, but I don't want them to think, oh, she just contacted me in 2 years because of this, you know?
Well, it's kind of funny because I always like to say when I was auditioning for theater schools, I had this monologue coach, and she put me in the scene with a chair, and I had to treat this chair like it was my long lost lover. And I was like, Holly, I'm just like having a hard time because I keep thinking of the chair as a chair. And she was like, Hannah, it's a fucking chair. That's why. It is a chair. It's a chair. Calm down. Like, who cares though? That's why it's called acting. And I was like, oh my God. Exactly. So it is a sale. You are trying to sell something, but that's not a bad thing because what you're selling is helping people. That's what I like to tell my coaches. Like, who cares? Guys, we buy shit all the time, every day that's useless. Like, we don't yell at the TV screen every time we see a commercial like, God damn it, Geico, I don't want to see your commercials anymore. Like, sometimes you'll want to buy what you see and sometimes you won't, but it's not the fault of the person selling it, right? So yeah, you are selling a product, but you're awesome, so who cares? You know, what you have to offer is good, and you know it works. It's not crap, so who cares?
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. Erin? You're muted. I don't know how. I can't unmute you.
Got it.
Oh, okay. Nope.
There you go.
There you go.
We kind of talked about this in the call the other day, but we were running out of time a little bit. So I mentioned to you that I have had people kind of tell me they want to try it out first. They're not sure about the commitment when I try to get them to sign up as coaches. And you gave me some really good suggestions about how to, you know, from my end, proactively try to prevent that. But if you actually, if I do get those kind of responses, how would you navigate that?
So listen, I don't always sign up a coach. So I'll put that, I don't push people who are like, I really don't want to. If they really don't want to, that's fine. Don't push it. Like selling a challenge pack is fine. But I would say then throughout, because here's the other thing, guys, not everyone I sign with a challenge pack, I would want on my team. Not everyone would make, I mean that in like the best possible way. It's not because I'm like, my team's awesome and you're not. Some people aren't made to be Beachbody coaches. Like this business isn't for everyone. Y'all know that. Like this business isn't like the easiest thing ever. It's a simple business, but it's not easy and it's not for everyone. I've had coaches quit in a week. I've had coaches quit overnight. I've had coaches stick with it for 4 months and then quit. Like it isn't for everyone. So oh God, my effing cat. But I'm going to kill him. But the programs in Shakeology are for everyone, which is what we have to keep in mind. The opportunity isn't for everyone, but the programs in Shakeology are for everyone. So if someone's like, I really don't want to be a Beachbody coach, but I really want to do 21-day fix with Shakeology, don't push it. Because if they love Shakeology, they'll want to sign up for the discount later on. So don't push that. But it's just simply easier for them to sign up for the discount in the beginning. You know what I mean? But it doesn't mean like you're any less of a coach or you've missed out on an opportunity. In fact, it could be the universe telling you like, this bitch isn't right for your team. And like, that's okay. So don't worry. It's not 100%, but go in with the energy of sort of saving them the hassle of like signing up for the $40 and then going through that whole like rigmarole and just signing them up to begin with.
Yeah. Also, I was also wondering, what do you do if you have guys approach you? Because I don't target them. I don't message them like myself, but I've had several guys message me and I don't know how they would fit into our challenge groups and I don't really know what to do with them.
All right. So 2 things. I've had 2 male challengers. I'm actually having my 3rd one this month. And I haven't reached out to anyone. They've all come to me. Both times have been sort of not the greatest. One of them is my coach and he's lovely. He's a discount coach. And the other one is like, it hasn't, that's why I don't reach out to men, because for me, it just hasn't really worked in the past. If a man comes to me and he doesn't have a sensitive soul, and you'll know, like for you, you'll have different echelons of, I can deal with this, I can't deal with this. But I've had like a couple of very alpha males come to me and want to buy challenge packs or whatever. And I've sent them all to Scotty Hobbs. And because for me, it's not worth it to get the commission or the challenge pack points to have someone who makes me feel uncomfortable about being my true self in a challenge group. Does that make sense? That said, that is not everyone's experience. I have plenty of coaches who have mixed gender and it's fine for them. But like I have a lot, like my entire basis as a coach is female empowerment. Like that is if I was like running for president, that would be like my podium, whatever. I work with women. The platform. I work with women. That's what I like to do. I like to empower women. I like being around women. I like being around smart women. I like talking about my period. Like this is just like who I am. I grew up with sisters. That's who I am. Like I love my husband, but that's basically the only man that I actually like. So it's kind of like, that's who I am. So I stay really true to that because when I've had men in the past in my challenge groups, I'm always like, oh, am I using the right tense? Am I like, oh, am I saying this? It's going to make them feel uncomfortable. And then it like isn't fun for me. And I want this business to be fun. So I always send them to Scotty Hobbs. I'm always like, you should go to Scotty Hobbs. He's great. He's a male coach. Or I'll send them to like one of my coach's husbands who also coach. And I'll say like, hey, go see Steven. He's awesome. He'll probably take care. And they don't always like that. They're kind of insulted and that's just kind of the way it is. So I would say it's a personal decision for you, but always listen to your gut because for me, it's not worth it.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one because Hannah's way above my pay grade, so good chance for me too. By the way, that just cracked me up, Podium, and I texted Erin halfway through. I was like, I feel like a bobblehead. I'm sitting here while she's talking, like just like nodding my head the entire time. And I was like watching myself, and it's just like, Anyways, so I have been dealing with, like, I had a record month last month for myself, and it was my highest success club, the highest amount of coaches I recruited, just best overall month. Our team did amazing, most elite points, everything. But now it's like I have almost like, I don't know if you guys outside of the medical world have heard of the term like imposter syndrome. Like I almost feel like I'm so well, I have boards coming up, so that's like adds to everything, obviously, but my stress is like through the roof because I feel I'm so worried about like not even being able to hit Success Club 5. And it's like I hit Success Club 27 last month. Like this should not be an issue in my head, but like I feel like I'm like psyching myself out. How do you because I know we all go through it, so it's like, how do you handle it?
Absolutely. I mean, so, and Liz will tell you, Liz and I are success partners, and I go through this every other month. First of all, you never fully get over imposter syndrome. It will always lurk there. It will always be there, especially so guys, like I always talk about, I wasn't like bottom of the barrel poor, but I made almost no money. Like I was constantly scraping by, and now I make almost $2,000 a week. And that, like, to me is like, I don't know how one functions making that kind of money. Like it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. So I constantly am like, the bottom is going to fall out and I'm not going to have anything. And the IRS is going to come and they're going to like take down everything and all of my money. Like we all go through those crazy things, but that's why it's so important to remember that there is no magic formula that you have to kind of like figure out every month. It's the same thing over and over and over and over. I talked to Bonnie Engel at the NLC this in January, and I was like, Bonnie, now that you're top 10, oh my God, you must be doing all these new things. Like, and she was like, no, I do the same thing that I did every single day getting to top 10. She does the same thing. We do the same. I do the same behaviors every day. I invite the same amount of people. I post in my groups. I add to my network. That's it. I'm not, and I think it also helps to think of the marathon, not a sprint. For me, like coming out of January, I was number 70. I won't be number 70 out of February. I actually had I had a high financial month in February, but a low team month. So I'll probably drop to like 200. And honestly, I could sit here and be like, I'm going to just jump off a cliff because I dropped a rank. Or I could think to myself, that was February. There's 10 more months and I'm going to be fine and I can make it up. So when you think of it sort of as you don't have to hit the same numbers, you don't have to like keep climbing. Success Club is a non-negotiable. You'll hit it. I don't even think of Success Club as a goal. It just happens because it has to happen, because it will happen, because it's a non-negotiable. Yeah. Like that's why Success Club 30 is always my goal. Yeah. Or, when I hit Success Club 30, which I'm sure that I will, then it will get higher. But you raise your goal every month so that you push more, but not so you can beat yourself up when you don't hit it. So I would say that's why I would never ever suggest even my new coaches to have Success Club 5 as their goal, because Success Club 5 is a non-negotiable. That's just something that happens. Success Club 10 should be your goal when you're a new coach, right? Yeah. So I would say, Jordan, dive deep into the still waters of personal development. Obviously, that's why it's a 3 vital behavior, because we all feel that way, an imposter. But then I would say there is no magic, and you don't have to recreate something. It is what it is. You know how to hit Success Club, and you'll do it. And you hit Success Club this month, right?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Well, you will.
Yeah.
You will.
I'm not really worried. Like, it's like rationally, I know I will hit it, but but I know everyone does do that. Like, it's like you have a really good month and then it's like, oh my God, like shit.
Yeah. And that's why I would say the greatest thing about our job is we don't have quotas, and we're not like at that CEO level where, like the presidents of college have to hit some certain amount of fundraising money or else they're fired. Like we don't have that. You can have a terrible, terrible month and still be a coach. That's pretty amazing. So try your hardest, do the vital behaviors. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Guys, never clinch a goal like this. Never clinch a goal like this. You have to give it air. Lightly hold a goal. Like, I'm going to push for it. I'm going to reach it. It's in my grasp. But if you do this, you become tunnel visioned and you forget about all the great things. And this happened to me. I'm going on the cruise. And I had a complete anxiety attack about not being able to do all the work that I wanted to do. And my husband was like, didn't you get into this job so that you could travel? And I was like, oh my God, you're right. Right. We didn't get into this job so that we could work our entire lives and never leave our computers. That's not why we became coaches. So am I pushing for top 10? Yeah. But am I going to go on the cruise and have a really good time because I earned it? Yeah. Don't worry about it, Jordan. Live your life, do your thing, hit Success Club, motivate your team. You're doing all the things that you need to do.
Pass your board exams.
Pass your board exams.
Thank you.
Got this.
Anybody else have questions for Hannah? Guys, anything on your mind, seriously, because she's amazing and we won't get people like her on the call very often, so.
Also, it doesn't have to be about Success Club. If you're like thinking about something totally random, I will give you my opinions.
Okay, so I'm a relatively new coach, and I tend to want to jump the gun, and I want to go ahead and like make my own group for the people that I'm adding, because my sales pitch, I guess, kind of thing is that I want a group of strong women to empower each other to get through this as well. So, I mean, is there too soon to make my own group? Okay.
No.
Okay.
Never too
soon. Okay.
One thing that I want to say to that, Deanna, just because I see Deanna like publicly like welcomes every challenger that she has, which I think is awesome. So maybe doing like not a team page, but like a longitudinal challenge group. I don't do those, but I know a lot of I don't know if Hannah does, but a lot of coaches do like ongoing challenge groups. That might be good for you as a team ongoing challenge group, since they're not like coaches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so Amy Silverman talks about this. She does, or like, I don't know if she does it, but one of the top coaches does it. They call it the locker room. And after you finish your challenge group, you're added to this like ongoing thing. I don't do that either. I'm terrible with free groups. Like, I'm terrible with like long-term groups. It's just, my mind doesn't work like that. Oh my God, that baby is so cute. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of coaches do that, but I would say, Deanna, like, rock it, girl. The sooner that, like I said, the sooner you become the CEO, the sooner you're like, guys, this is our team. We're awesome. The sooner you make that kind of culture, that community, the better. I cannot tell you the amount of coaches that struggle 6 or 7 months in, because they're like, I don't have an identity outside of Revolution Dynasty or outside of Shine Dynasty. And their coaches will always come to your coach.
Right.
They just will. And that's not to say like everyone on this call, that's not to say like get your coaches out of your coaches thing and do this. Again, you don't have to do every single thing I've said on this call. Pick and choose, cherry pick, figure like one thing out you're going to improve on. Like maybe it's the team page. Maybe it's really the invites, you know, maybe it's the being really brave about being a Beachbody coach on your Facebook page. Choose one and really practice it this month. Marathon, not a sprint. If you take on too much at once, you're going to burn out and you're going to have a complete panic attack. So don't do that. Don't feel like you have to do everything, but really be the CEO of your business. And guys, I've said it at the beginning of the call, but it's so important to hear. I'm here and you're here. We're at the same level. Just because I'm higher ranked than you or whatever doesn't mean we're not at the same level. You can surpass that any day. I watch coaches do it all the time. Coaches who surpass their coaches. We want you to do that. We want you to be better than us. We want you to get to improve and to hit Success Club. We want that for you. We want everyone to succeed. That's what's so awesome about being a coach. It's not like, I hope you listen to this, but you don't do as well as me. No, I hope you do better than me. Go for it. Help more people. That's what this is about. So be on these calls and get excited, but then do it for yourself. Empower your coaches. Tell them that they can. That is so important because you can. You absolutely can do anything that you want to in this business. You just have to believe that you can. You have to do the work. But you can. It's available to you. This is a gold mine. A gold mine. So don't waste it on being afraid.
Okay, I have a question. You rock, by the way. have not hit Success Club. I've been at Success Club 2 before. It's sad. And I'm not Emerald yet, but I like talk to people every day and I invite people and they're like, oh yeah, I'll think about it, or that sounds interesting, or I just get completely ghosted, like
Cool.
constantly. And I have tried to change my wording or the way I approach people. I don't even know what to do next.
Let me see if we're friends on Facebook. Emily Kenya.
I'm pretty sure we are.
We are. Oh yeah, you're gorgeous. All right.
Emily is like one of your biggest fans.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, I'm taking a look at your Facebook page. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay, right off the bat, I want to see more pictures of you working out. I want to see more pictures of you drinking Shakeology. I love this. I love it. But I'll tell you more. I want to see more.
Yeah,
So
I haven't really been able to work out. Well, I'm
listen,
trying to get back on it.
You posted 3 hours ago, and then 11 hours ago, and then 23 hours ago.
Yeah.
More. Listen, guys, whenever you're feeling like, I invite all the time, but no one, it's because they don't trust that you're doing it. That's why. They don't trust that you're doing it.
That would make sense.
Show them that you're doing it. Doesn't mean you have to pose with the Shakeology bottle and be like, see, I drink Shakeology every day. It can literally just be you holding your Shakeology bottle, talking about your kids or talking about your cats, talking about your husband, talking about the garden, like whatever it is. But have that Shakeology bottle in your hand.
Okay.
Have your shirt on. Have your sweaty selfies. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. And I would say, honestly, go back to your ghosts and be brave and be like, hey, I don't want to be pushy or whatever. You never really responded, but I still think that this would be really interesting for you. My inkling is that you're really great at inviting, but not great at following up. The invite, guys, is the easy part. It's just like, hey, you interested? And we can kind of throw that in the wind and then run away as fast as we can. The follow-up is the magic. That's where you hit Success Club.
Okay.
It's the follow-up, honestly. There are people that I've talked to literally for months, no response, and then 7 months later they'll be like, oh, I didn't even see these messages. Sure, sign me up for size. I'm like, all right, great, cool, thanks. But honestly, if you have that feeling inside of you that's like, I connect to this person, they're going to like it, odds are you connect to that person and they're going to like it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's always that person we randomly invited and we're like, this person doesn't want to do this. Don't feel like you have to, hound them every 2 weeks. But the people that you really feel like would be interested, don't be afraid to just be yourself with them. Hey girl, we kind of talked about the challenge group last month, but then you sort of ghosted on me. Ha 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 ha. Let me know what's going on, starting a new challenge group. Let me know what you think. Peace. Just follow up with them. Don't be afraid to follow up.
Perfect.
And post more.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Question, Erin? And friend? Sister? Hi.
Am I unmuted? Yes, I'm unmuted.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm also a coach. I was kind of listening over there, but I was doing something for school.
We try not to have two computers playing calls at the same time because it gets really confusing in our living room if we do that.
Yes.
Fair.
So my question is basically, so I have a bunch of coaches because I never really sign up customers. I sign up coaches, but then they want to say, well, I mean, they're like, yeah, I'd love to go into the business part of this, but I want to make sure I can be a product of the product. So I want to do the program before I try to sell it to anybody. And I told them that's fine, whatever. And if you're telling people about it and you happen to sell a challenge pack or something, that's great for you. But then also on the other side, when we first started, Jordan was like, you have to hit Success Club 5, your first, 3 months if you want to grow your business and all that stuff. And that makes sense in the context that we were trying to do it in with the summit and everything. But I kind of don't know where that balance is with people who you recruit and when they want to do the program and then they want to, kind of try to promote it.
Okay, so clarifying question. Do you add them to do you have a team page?
No. Or wait, am I on someone's team page?
No, do you have your own team page?
No.
Okay, so that's number one, I would say get your own team page and put them in a group together.
Okay.
Because that camaraderie, when one person hits Success Club, they're all going to want to hit Success Club.
Okay.
When someone sees one person do it, they all want to do it. It might be intimidating for them to add them to Jordan's, because like a bunch of people they don't know, but to add them to yours, you can even call it like a fun name, like, I don't know, like Casey's Block Party, and it can just like be all of the coaches that you sign and just be like, hey guys, like this is like our informal, because we're all coaches, our informal whatever page. And just start kind of infusing stuff about Success Club in there and how fun it is and stuff about Summit coming up and that sort of thing. I would also say treat your challenge group guys as a sneak peek into coaching. And what I mean by that is a couple of things. Not all the time and not every post, because that can come off as like you're like having people watch a timeshare thing where they have to like, they get the challenge group, but they also have to sit through your like 2-hour thing about coaching. Don't make them feel like that. But add certain things. So like on one day of the week, I'll always say make a public post on your Facebook about being in a challenge group so that you can stay accountable to your public as well as to us. And without fail, there will be at least 2 challengers who get like 20 or 25 or 30 likes on that post, and like 3 or 4 people being like, you look amazing, what are you doing? And then they'll come to me and be like, oh, you know, this person's interested. And I'll say something like, well, you know, you're a coach. You could actually just sell them the challenge pack and get, do you know what I'm saying? You sort of start to drop those things in about coaching into the challenge group so that people get used to it. Don't do that in week 1. Do that in like week 3. Again, marathon, not a sprint. When you sign people up as a coach and a challenger, they're not necessarily going to be interested in coaching, but it's the same time you would have put in if they had signed up as a challenger and then 3 weeks into it, they were like, oh, I think I want to coach, and then had to go through all that stuff. Imagine if 3 weeks into the challenge group, they wanted to do it and they were already set up to do it. So much easier for them, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what I would say. There really is no balance. Treat it when you sign up for both as if they're going to just do it for the discount, but drop in those things about coaching. Inevitably, at least half of them will want to do it.
Okay. All right. That was really helpful. Thank you.
Oh, you're.
Yeah. Hey, it's 10. I don't know what you have to do tonight, but I'm assuming you have things to do. Does anyone else have any like last second questions for Hannah? Okay. Thank you so much, Hannah. This was awesome. Like, you helped me. So even if I was the only person listening, helped me with fun. It was mental health. It was great. Awesome. You look so tan.
I feel really tan. I feel so tan.
Your friggin' post about your nails. I was like, yes.
My claws. My Kylie Jenner claws.
Oh my God, it was her. You're killing me. I'm like I moved from Minnesota to Florida, right? And I was like, yes, I'm going to be tan again. Yeah. And then I'm like in med school and like I'm whiter than when I lived in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I'm like, here's like a rock and it's like.
Yeah, totally.
Anyways, I'm so jealous you're going on the cruise. It's going to be so fun. Are you flying into Miami?
No, I'm flying in Fort Lauderdale. That's not.
Same difference.
Oh. I don't know Florida. I don't know your ways or your.
I don't really know South Florida. It's a different country, so you know. as us Northern Florida people will tell you, Deanna can confirm that.
Oh yeah.
So South Florida is like a different country. It's just.
They have coconuts there.
What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pluck one down and machete it open from the thing.
Thank you so much, Hannah. I appreciate it a ton, and I will talk to you Wednesday.
I'm excited.
Everyone else can start mingling off. I have a question for you before we get off, though I could just chat at you, but whatever. Do you want Wednesday to be like basic? Like, do you want me to like dumb down, or like what level of?
I wouldn't say like basic, like where, like how to place coaches. More strategy. Okay. Like. You know what I mean? Not like this is like how you highlight the little guy, but instead like strategy. Okay. But yeah, start from like basic level and work up.
Yeah.
Because I think it's gonna like overwhelm them if you start talking about like a lot of like second, third business center kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It would have overwhelmed me. So just like, strategy.
Kind of like over volume and
Yes.
placement, like team
For the
cycle.
love of God, go over volume, because for some reason that is like, no one understands that. And I'm like, I don't know how to explain it any differently.
That's like
But I'm probably not. I know, I'm so
That's the only
excited.
thing I do understand.
Yay! Yay!
All right, we'll see you on Wednesday then.
All right, darlings, thank you so much. If you have a question, DM me. Okay, bye.
Thank you.